Welcome to MassIVE.quant. So this is the part 2 video for access the reanalysis containers dataset in MassIVE.quant. We are gonna check the dataset page for iPRG2015 dataset. Let's check the first example. This is the dataset web page for MassIVE79843. So here, this is the title for this dataset, and then have a descriptions, and then the contact information. It showed who is the PI and then who submitted, and then also there's a link for the publications related to this data set. And then the right side, there's a summary table, so we can see number of the file, total size, number of the spectra, and then here's the table to summarize all the quantification related information. Okay, here is a summary table. So here we have a 2 column, and then we have a several row. First of all, this section is about the experiment design, and second section is about identification. The last section is about the quantification result. How we recognize this information is we actually check any kind of file under the metadata sections when you submit it, and then we just try to look at the column name and then summarize this information. And then for identification result, we actually check the files submitted in the result category, and then this one also we check the category called statistical analysis of quantified analysis. This column called owner means a summary of all the information that originally submitted. Here all showed NA, which means original submitter did not provide any information under metadata, and then result, and then the statistical analysis category. The other column called the reanalysis. This is a summary among all the reanalysis. So for example, here there are 56 reanalysis available under this dataset, and then these are the summary of it. So if you hover the mouse over this eye icon, it shows how you can get this. For example, here it says NA means raw result of this type of submitted, and then they actually say how they can calculate this number. And then here, if you click the FTP download, it goes to space that show what type of the file originally submitted. So here, if you click raw, you can see there are raw files are submitted. Let's go back to the dataset page, and then bottom of the page is list of all the reanalysis. Each row means which reanalysis, title of the reanalysis, and then next it shows the which container has this reanalysis. For dataset, this is what we can see. Then let's go to the one of the containers. So this is the container web page. It also have a title for container and then some descriptions. It shows this container is related to which data set. And also it has a summary table. So this summary is for this container. So this container includes the 13 reanalysis. And then it also showed experiment design and identification and then quantification. And then if you hover the mouse over the icon, it shows what is this means. And then at the bottom also this list of the reanalysis in this container. So for example, this I can guess this reanalysis for a new identification reanalysis, and then the other one is identify or quantify by the MassIVE.quant and then use the MSDAT online. And then here's a lot of the list of all the reanalysis there. And this is how you can see the container. And then let's click one of the reanalysis. So let's check the first one. So this one is the Reanalysis webpage. It shows a short description. Here is also right side, always we have a summary table for this Reanalysis. So for example, here this Reanalysis have a 9 files, and then they issue the experiment design, which means they submit the metadata. They have a 4 conditions, and then 3 biological replicate, and then 3 technical replicate. And for quantification result, they have 7 differential abundance of proteins among the more than 3,000 proteins. You can directly go to the metadata or quantification result. Let's check the metadata first. So let's click the browse metadata. So there are one file called annotation.csv. Click this button. And then it shows how this CSV file look like. So this CSV file has a run column. There are total 12 run column, and then it shows the corresponding the condition and biological replicate information. So I just want to show some options. So I want to, now we have only 12 run, but if you have a really long list, you want to check any run or biological replicate for certain conditions. So let's see here. I just type the condition 1 and then click the filter button here top left, and then it does filter by the condition 1, and then you can see there are 3 MS run, and then everything should came from the same biological replicate and so on. If you want to remove it, just remove this filter and then click the filter button, and it will show the original one. And let's go back to the Reanalysis web page. Then let's check the browser quantification result button. So here it shows the 2 files. So one is input file, means this one is this is the quantification report from Skyline, and then this one can be input for MSStat for statistical analysis, and then this is the output of the MSStat for statistical analysis. So if you click the statistical analysis result 1, you can see how this file look like. Each one have a protein column. Label is show the which comparison and estimate log 4 changes, standard error, p-value, just p-value, and so on. So it shows, here we have like around 20,000 rows. So I want to see the rows with the one specific protein. So let's see, I just copy first one and then just paste in the cell under the protein column name, and then click filter, and then it shows 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 comparison for the specific protein, and then this one also list of all the information. Then if you want to go back, I just need to remove this information and click filter again. Then I want to see some significantly differential abundance protein and comparison. So in this case, I just want to here use the filter for adjust p-value 0.05, means under I wanna see the rows with the adjust p-value is less than 0.5, and then click filters, and then it shows all the significantly differential abundance proteins and then the comparisons. For example, this protein for the specific comparison between these 2 groups, they have this much estimate log to 4 changes, and then this is a significant and so you can see this one, and then if you here I just remove the hour filter, and then here if you see the download button, if you click the download button, you can download everything. So here you want to filter the data set or all data set, and then just click download. You can see this quantification file is a download under your local computers. So yeah, so that's the how you can look around for iPRG dataset.